We're now live.
Going live.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Let me move over.
Going live.
Okay.
Come on
So
down.
we are live.
Live.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. This is the NXG Global Productions Real Movie Lovers podcast, where we talk about tech news and movie news and current event news and whatever news comes to mind.
Not to mention the fact that we are both real movie filmmakers.
Real filmmakers.
I forgot to take this off.
Tonight, Sunday.
Somebody's excited. We are super excited for this show. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. So, got a quick announcement.
Okay. Yeah.
First of all, if you guys don't know, there is a show that we both basically filmed, co-created, and everything.
Yes.
The Zombie Chronicles.
Zombie Cron.
Merch.
Check out our merch.
Available on Tubi right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally go to Tubi, type in the Zombie Chronicles, bam, right there. And it's not scary.
Not scary.
It's a fantasy drama with little bits of comedy in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have a nice time. Yeah. There is no nightmare scenarios here.
No blood or gore, except for some hair and some teeth.
Just
only one time.
One time.
Yeah, you see some hair. Extra hair and extra teeth.
Extra hair, extra teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We haven't introduced ourselves.
Nope.
So this is your first time coming through. Yeah. My name is Lisa.
I'm Fahad.
Hey.
What up?
What up?
Welcome to the show.
Exactly. Cheers. So let us dive into, where is it? Movies and TV we've checked out.
Yes.
All righty.
Yes.
So Fahad.
Go to my list.
Yeah, pull out your list.
I gotta check out my list. Sent the link to some people. Hopefully some people are watching. If you're watching, put a message in the chat box and let us know you're here.
Yeah, we appreciate
Tell
it.
us about what you're doing, if things are going on in your life even. Just, let us know.
Yeah, all the things.
So I got my list. I watched. Now, these are also movies that Aurora hasn't seen, and I wanted to watch them with her, and they're so good, in my opinion, that they're rewatchable.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you're watching with someone who's never seen it, and you get the joy of them.
Seeing it for the first time. That's so amazing.
It's the wonderful thing. So we watched Office Space.
Love that movie.
Like the early 2000s or early 90s, late 90s, probably.
Shout out to Maurice for putting me on that movie.
Yeah. And great, a comedy about a guy who gets so fed up with his job, he gets hypnotized into basically ripping them off. And Jennifer Aniston's in it. She's really good. The guy now, he got a show recently called Loudermilk, where he basically plays the same kind of sarcastic kind of.
Oh, then I'm definitely on board.
And he's like a recovering alcoholic in that show.
Oh, wow.
So I definitely recommend Loudermilk. And if you've never seen Office Space, then to check out Office Space. For sure. Absolutely. And
I love Office Space.
I love Office Space.
Okay, anyone who's ever worked in an office or in corporate America, oh my, like it speaks to you.
Aurora said she doesn't understand the hype though. Call her now. Immediately.
Clutching my pearls.
Get her on the phone.
Okay. I'm gonna get her on the horn. We're gonna have a discussion.
No, it's okay. She liked it though. For the most part, she liked it. Like Milton, she enjoyed the character Milton and stuff like that. And I told her, Milton's made by the guy that, or the whole thing is made by the guy that makes Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge. And he had the character Milton, a sketch cartoon he made about Milton turned into this movie.
Oh man.
And they made Milton a character in the movie.
The mumbler.
Yeah, the mumbler.
My stapler.
You can take my stapler again and I'll burn the whole building down.
Listen, say what you want to say about Milton. He is going.
Yeah, he's
going to pull through. He's going to do what he said.
He said what he said. Yeah, he said what he said. All right. And then next, because she hadn't seen this movie also, and because I really enjoy this movie, we watched Baby Driver. It's Ansel Elgort.
Yes.
And Kevin Spacey and Gemma Fox.
Okay, first of all, that I think the first 2 minutes is one take. Yes. I don't know if that was one of the first times that they've or the longest take at that time for the beginning of a movie, but it was very impressive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's such a great movie full of action. The score is amazing. They find so many cool songs for they even wrote a lot of the movie based around the songs.
Oh.
A lot of the scenes they're like, oh, we're gonna play it to this song. So
okay,
how are we gonna
now
do that? How are we
that
gonna
is
run
risky.
the scene?
That is definitely
they
risky.
didn't know if they were gonna get the song sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know how much it's gonna cost. Like, let me tell you, music eats up a big budget of a movie.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
So have your dreams.
Yes.
Okay, for sure. I want this scene with this song for sure. But just prep yourself in case you can't afford to use that song for that scene.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us. Now, the thing about Baby Driver, one thing that bothered it did bother me. The only thing that bothered me was when they were like being chased out by the guy and Kevin Spacey's like, go, I'll fend him off. And that did not fit his character whatsoever.
Yeah, like he was gonna look out for her baby at the last second.
This guy? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No. And if that was the case, if you were going to have him
he
do
probably
this
thought
change,
he could have taken him out and got away himself.
But not even that. Like, why would he even bother? Why didn't he just leave? Like, so my thing is, my only gripe. Trust me, I love the movie.
Oh no, he thought it was the cops, and it turned out to be that guy, Buddy.
But even then, why? Like, so my thing is, if he's going to do this change, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There needs to be some breadcrumbs, some seeds sprinkled in here for this to make sense.
He did let baby go, or whatever, out of his indentured servitude. He did technically release him, and then they messed up the deal. They asked him to do another deal.
Exactly.
And then they messed up the deal. Jamie Foxx messed up the deal. And maybe he was, because remember he said, like, you know, the minute I saw him, I knew he missed. The minute I saw him drive, or, you know, the balls on this kid, all that stuff. So he liked him.
No,
for the most part, he
liked the kid. Yeah. But for him to sacrifice, right? Okay, so here's my quick pitch on that. Like, maybe baby finds an old picture in the dude's place, right, and in the office or whatever, of a younger him with like a girl, the girl that he lost, you know. So him literally seeing baby in that moment with his girl trying to get away, him being like, no, this is my one chance at redemption. Like that, maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking too much up, guys, but I'm just saying, like, I felt like there was that again. My only little mini gripe. That's it. I love the movie beyond that. But that was my one thing. I was just like, oh, that was just very okay. Yeah. So that's just my whole thing.
No. So, but besides all that stuff, you know, great action, wonderful story. Like, there's a little stuff that's a little random. How they're just driving and they end up at the same freaking.
I mean,
what is it called? The diner that the Deborah works at.
But that's just suspension of disbelief.
Right.
That's that part with
There's one town, has one diner, and it also has this parking garage, this 50-story parking garage, which would be in the downtown somewhere, where a diner would not be.
Yeah. Pretty much.
This town has everything, you know. There's a secret hideout. That's all I wanted in my entire life. Secret hideout.
A secret hideout?
Yeah. Yeah, just press a button, doors open, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, they do make that look really, really cool in like spy movies and things like that.
Yeah, like, and what are they using as their secret hideout? It's like an old police station.
I know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Now I want to go back and watch it just so I can kind of see like what were they using.
Sewing machines? Was there an old knitting factory?
Possibly. And then I think you also saw what, Sisters?
Yeah. Then the last thing we saw, just last night, I finished watching the end of it. It's called Sisters with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. It's from like 2015, and it is from 2015.
Okay. Oh well, like you mean like it's just you can tell that it's 2015?
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's like the old like it's like Adam Sandler Grown Ups. It's like we're old now, but we're gonna be young.
For one night.
We're gonna have one
last hurrah.
It just everything kind of neatly kind of fell into
place.
Fit into the place, and even the bad guy in the movie is not that bad, and then it was good. It was a fun watch, and there was like one character at the party actually that I enjoyed.
Okay,
there was this
one
like
so that one person.
Which watching him be this way at the party was very amusing.
Very amusing. Okay,
and I would highly recommend. And it had John Cena in it.
Okay, so then you did like the movie.
Yeah, okay. No, I did like the movie. No, I like the movie. It's just like at the end it got a little sappy and cheesy and like nostalgia. And remember in high school we were this way and now we're this way and like
bum, bum, bum.
It's like, oh my god, how many times has this movie been made? You know, like and so
because the cycle
now we're older.
It's the cycle of life. It's always gonna be like you're always gonna have a coming of age or a
coming of age of 40.
Well, okay,
it's like a failure to launch.
Okay, yeah,
like grown-ups, but they're not grown up.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed the comedy of it because I enjoy Tina Fey's comedy, and Amy Poehler was a little weird in it, but I think that was what she tries to be, is like a little bit weird. So
I mean, you've seen what, Blades of Glory?
Is that the ice skating one?
Yeah,
I've probably seen it once, so I
like that one.
Remember it.
So I also did a rewatch.
Yeah,
I rewatched Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Amazing.
With the family.
That's fantastic idea.
And man, let me tell you, like I've watched this a bunch of times as a kid, right? And I've only watched it a few times as an adult. But every time I watch it as an adult, I find one more adult joke they slipped in there that I missed the first time. And the kids actually really liked it. And so they knew of Jessica Rabbit before the movie because of like online cosplay, all that kind of stuff. So they didn't realize she was in this movie. So when she came on set, they were like, what? Nice. And then the scene of her singing Go Out and Make Me Some Money Too, I remember being a kid being like, wow.
Oh my god,
now as an adult, I'm like, should I be watching this with my children? She got the long slit when the measles, not measles, the weasels was like frisking her in her cleavage and got the bear trap. I'm like, yo, this is a kids movie.
No, not then. It wasn't a kids movie back then. It was like a PG-13. It's PG-13.
Was it PG-13?
I mean, we could double check.
Are you sure it's PG-13?
We could double the check. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Let me see, because
it is a PG.
Okay, see, that's under the guise of a kids film, technically.
Oh man, that cartoon in the beginning, that little
oh baby. My gosh, yeah, that was such a misdirect when I first watched it.
Yeah,
because he was like, "Oh, this is what it's going to be about." No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. And this would never pass the PC test today. This movie, there's no way they would. No, I don't feel like it would get a PG rating today. No way. No. So, and also, I think this is the one and only time that Disney and Warner Brothers collaborated. Because all the Disney characters are in there. All the Warner Brothers characters are in there. And they've, as far as I know, they've never done that again. Wow. Yeah, it's wild.
The Disney Warner Brothers crossover. Dun dun dun. Never done again.
Never again. And I also checked out The Last Airbender. the live
Nice.
action Netflix one that just came out
Yeah.
on the series. So here are my thoughts on it. Great casting, storytelling, visual effects, costumes and design. The weakest link, I would say, the weakest thing is that how mild they made Katara. They toned her down. Um, and how mature they made Aang. Like he's still a boy, and they have him having these revelations that technically don't come for the character until maybe middle of season 2 is when he really starts kind of like understanding, and they've got him responding a little bit more maturely than I would have expected personally.
Yeah.
But overall, I've enjoyed, and they her brother's name is escaping me now, but they have that element of goofiness with him and that light like comedy with him.
Yeah.
They do have that there. Not great, not as much as the show, but it's still there, which is better than what they did in the movie. And then finally, I watched Army of Thieves.
I love that movie.
That was it was for a real talk. I put it out there. This month was Heist Month. I'm like, okay, vote on what I should watch. Everyone voted for Army of Thieves, which I watched.
Nice.
And the episode is supposed to drop tomorrow, but it might not drop till Tuesday. We'll see, guys.
Okay.
I've been very busy. So I liked it. I felt like it was a little bit long, and I felt like its connection to the Army of the Dead hurt it, in my opinion.
Understandable.
But I do like that. What's his name? Sebastian, Ludwig, whatever. I do like the blonde dude, the main dude. Yeah. I like his character. I like how he is. He's funny. I did not know he directed this movie.
Oh,
he's the director.
That's dope.
Yeah, Zack Snyder produced it, but he directed it.
Oh,
yeah. And I was like, I would definitely watch a third movie. Yeah. Where it turns out he actually did survive. Yeah. Army of the Dead. Spoiler alert. Yeah. And him and the girl meet up or something. Now, maybe that's just, too fairy tale like for me. But the way, like, the thing about this movie was, even though I'm enjoying it, I'm also like, but I know how you end. So it's very difficult for me to kind of like really,
And the Army of the Dead, there was like not this whole thing, but like there was like a couple dead pixels in the camera when they shot it. And like, I don't know, I only saw like one little article about it, but apparently a few people noticed it.
Well, right. And then
there was stuff wrong with their TV,
and then because of the type of camera they use, it was out of focus for some stuff, which I didn't even notice until I watched Army of Thieves. Yeah. And at the very end, they do that, like they took that scene from the beginning, where Batista, Dave go visit Sebastian and bring him on. I see that like Dave's in focus and she's completely out of focus. I was like, I didn't even notice that before. But yeah, so I'm sure that if we watched it now, we watched it with the knowledge that we have, we could be like, oh, there it is. I see it. There it is. I see it.
Army of the Dead, they completely digitally edited out Chris D'Elia and edited in Tig Notaro.
I thought they did a good job.
That's crazy. I can't even tell.
I couldn't tell.
I didn't even know until
I read it. I was like, what?
That's absolutely insane.
That's insane
that they did that. And I was very impressed they were able to do that. Tig Notaro did a great job. I can only imagine.
Gojo May says, hello, what's up?
Oh, what's up? What's Gojo May?
How you doing?
Welcome to the chat about movies and TV shows. Or you can chat whatever you really need, whatever's on your mind. If you got something to say, you can like talk to us about it. You can like, you share with us. You could, bring to our attention.
Yes. So that is pretty much that on Checked Out. Let's dive into some movie info news.
Nice. Aurora and I actually asked her to watch Army of the Dead. And then she was, because for me, it's like survival, zombies, and heist.
Yes.
So it's
It
many
check. It checked all the boxes. It checked all the
many
boxes.
good and zombie is hard for me to like at all. It has to be really good, so no, so that's why Zombie Chronicles is not even about the gore and stuff. It was more about the thing. I was like, and that's the so I don't watch this every zombie thing that comes out, so this had to really I stopped watching Walking Dead after they killed his son Carl.
Yes,
I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna hang out here anymore.
Well, what's funny is Dupree used to watch it, and I remember I sat in on an episode one time, and the episode, I was like, I'm not built to watch this show.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with the zombies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you offline because I don't even want to say it here. Like, that's how disturbing I found it.
You can say it here, I guess. I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
No.
Say
it. Just say it.
Yeah, go.
Okay, well, maybe it's the mother in me.
Yes.
But there were two girls who were sisters. They were, I think, 6 and 4 or something like that. And being traumatized watching dead people rise, the older sister ends the younger sister. Yeah,
that was difficult to take in.
Yes. And she was like, "No, it's okay. She's gonna come back." I was like, "Okay, no." So it's not even the zombies that bothered me.
Yeah,
that bothered me. Like,
no, what humanity is driven to.
Yeah, and which is actually the point of the show. It's not. It's not even at some point. It's not even about the zombies. It's about humanity.
The decisions you'll make.
The descent of actual humanity, and So yeah. But on a lighter note, it seems that Rotten Tomatoes scores are used by studios to decide which director to hire.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that right now. I don't know if that's a good determining factor.
Yeah.
So first of all, I believe it was Rotten Tomatoes that recently had a scandal where it was finding out that they were fudging some of the scores or are paying. Some of the critics were paid or something.
Oh wow!
To some degree, I vaguely remember. And going, oh wow, and people going, well, I stopped trusting Rotten Tomatoes years ago.
Yeah.
So this wasn't surprising for them, but that's why I'm like, wait a minute, if there's already, some underlying sleazy stuff going on, how can you go off the scores to determine whether or not you should hire a director?
Yeah.
So let's see. They said that apparently they assess the proportion of positive and negative reviews for a given movie or television title, with anything 60% and above considered fresh or generally positive. So, and apparently Rotten Tomatoes remains one of the most prominent online resources for measuring critical reception in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
So
I mean, if you go to IMDb, it's like, where are the reviews? You can't even find them. So I guess Rotten Tomatoes, if it's easier to use,
but
they give people the
we're not. But here's my thing: it's not really about let's go to Rotten Tomatoes to see how many people like this movie. This is determining somebody's career. So I feel like it should be one of the factors.
Is it objective?
Yes. Something. Okay. Something to note. A consideration.
Yeah.
The Rotten Tomatoes score is the first thing people look at when I go pitch a director.
Wow.
That's what Rep said, which is crazy. Well, maybe not crazy. You guys let us know if you think this is actually a good way for them to go about this. The first is the demographic diversity of the critics hired at publications that are included in the Rotten Tomatoes whatever does not always reflect the diversity of audiences interested in a particular title. See, and that's what we're talking about. Like a certain group of critics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you liked Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Critically, do you think that critics would like Army of the Dead?
I don't know. It just depends. That's the big thing about art is that it's all subjective.
Yes.
And if you're going to choose something based on what someone else said and not your own opinion on what they've done, you could be shooting yourself in the foot.
True. It's a slippery slope. To be fair, it's a slippery slope. And so they have a chart here. The top 10 highest grossing movies of 2023 at the worldwide box office compared to their Rotten Tomatoes critic scores and where they rank. So I highlighted a couple that were interesting. Some of them do line up. Like Barbie was number 1 at the box office and its score was 88%.
Okay,
cool. Whereas Super Mario Brothers was number 2, but its Rotten score was 59%.
Okay.
So technically, they wouldn't have even considered that director because 59 is below the 60% threshold, and yet that movie was number 2 at the box office. Fast X, 56%. That's actually higher than I thought it would be. Number 5, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 95%, but yet its rank is number 6, so it's under Fast X. Fast X did better than Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Financially?
Okay. Box office. Okay. Yeah. And then your favorite, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Nice.
Critically, 96% rotten score. Number 9 in the box office. So, they say the comparison shows that Rotten Tomatoes can only measure if success would probably turn out different from the box office. So you're going to have like fluctuations. So this is kind of like what we were talking about. There needing to be multiple factors, not just one.
I think people just like to say Rotten Tomatoes. So it just that's the
no. I've seen that as part of the marketing with the Rotten Tomatoes score of 99% or 100%. That type of thing.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we should not right now, but I do want to look and see what movies have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. There are a few.
Okay.
There are a few.
All right.
There are a few.
You can look them up. Let's see. What are the Rotten Tomatoes 100% movies? On the review aggregator website, a film has a rating if each professional review recorded. An ode to movies.
Can't let Skynet. You have to type it in.
Skynet.
Oh, the 100% Club.
Okay,
it's
it's called Leave No Trace. Never heard of this movie.
Not ringing a bell.
Toy Story.
Part 2.
100%. Toy Story 2. Man on Wire. 100%.
What?
It's the guy that walked across the
okay.
World Trade Centers.
Got it.
Honeyland.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Minding the Gap. His House.
Oh, His House. I think I did watch that.
The Philadelphia Story. I'm impressed. These movies all got.
I'm very impressed.
The original
Toy Story. That has to be.
I mean, I guess. These days, no one had anything bad to say about all these movies.
And I've only seen a few of these. Terminator has 100%.
100%.
It better.
That is hilarious. That is 100%. It's because Arnold will come get you.
Yeah. This
all
is
right,
true.
You could go look that up. There's a bunch of movies out there. Apparently, not even apparently. I just saw them myself. Indubitably, they exist. 100% Rotten Tomatoes movies. And if a director wants to use Rotten Tomatoes or a producer wants to use Rotten Tomatoes to hire a director, that's their prerogative. And maybe it's just a way to get people to go to Rotten Tomatoes, because if they go to Rotten Tomatoes, they see ads, and then ads are sold to Rotten Tomatoes sells ad time
money
or
is
whatever.
money is a big defining factor. I guess that's why I am curious. The fact that they go to Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There are, because like right here, for instance, while titles like Wonka and Elemental performed well commercially, titles that performed well critically but didn't make top 10 appearances include Air, Past Lives, and The Holdovers, which I heard so much good things about The Holdovers. I've got to check that out. Ultimately, it seems like it would be best if studios use both methods plus a broader cultural and historical context for deciding what director to hire. Agreed. Agreed. I mean, a box office can only tell you so much. And then there's the luck of the draw, where all the elements come together. The writing was tight. The acting was tight. Directing was tight. But then the next movie, maybe they didn't cast as well. Maybe the writing's a little weaker. Maybe there are factors that affected the directing. So it's, because look at Army. Okay, Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Enjoyable movie. I am disappointed that there were a couple of things that technically were hinted at or introduced that never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Like one where all the dried zombies who, if it rains, they come alive. I kept waiting for that to pay off. Didn't pay off. They brought it up, but never did anything with it.
Yeah.
The zombie that was pregnant.
Yeah.
Never paid off.
No,
I mean,
the
unless
baby
there's
died.
maybe there's a third.
Didn't the baby die?
Something like that. Yeah, because
she died. They cut off her head.
They cut off. I mean, she was already dead, but yeah. So wild stuff, but it is what it is. And then here we are talking about metrics and box office and Rotten Tomatoes when, according to Jerry Seinfeld, the movie business is over.
Jerry Seinfeld has $1 billion, so he doesn't care if movies exist or not.
But here he is in one.
Yeah.
So he's got a movie coming out, Unfrosted.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, the quasi-fictional battle between Post and Kellogg's to develop a shelf-stable pastry.
Oh my God.
I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be fun the way they're pitching it.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah.
But in his opinion, and I open the floor to you guys as well. He feels that movie business is over.
Yeah, I mean, Seinfeld. So it's like he's a funny comedian, and he was a good character on the show Seinfeld.
Was he a good character, or did he have a good cast?
He had a good cast. They had good writing. For anyone to really care about his opinion on the movie industry, though, is I guess you don't. Only what people have told you, and you don't formulate your own opinions about anything. So if if you're gonna take Jerry Seinfeld's opinion about the movie industry,
he sounded very pretentious in here. I will say, like he was. Where is it?
He's probably a very pleasant, nice person. If you
I'm talking about in here, in here, he was saying that he was surrounded by a dedicated crew during the production. He questioned their intense work ethic and commitment to a dying industry.
Oh, well, I mean,
he's like, he questioned why these people cared so much. After all, for him, film is finished. Film is finished. So, as outside of, I don't know, the general thing, him not really being a part of it like that, he does raise an interesting thought behind this, because my thing is this: I see way less of the younger generation into movies and into stuff.
No, I understand. It's like too long form for a lot of the kids to get into, because like you got to like have more than 20 minutes to sit.
And there's so much more competition today. You know, back then there wasn't. It's not like we had all these channels. We only had a few channels. Only had a few kid movies that came out. Period per year.
Yeah.
There's only so much to do, and now there's like this limitless array of content flooding you at all times. Someone said if they stopped making movies and TV today, like they just stopped and it was done, you still would not be able to watch everything that had been put out.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way. So
I understand.
There's less community as well. Like there's not all these water cooler conversations, because even when stuff comes out that a lot of people get into, one, the seasons aren't as long. You don't have 20 episodes or 22 episodes. You have 8 episodes, maybe 10. And like, depending on what platform, they either drop all at once, you know, or like batches at a time. And some people are available to watch, some people aren't. Like catching up, people are at different stages. No one wants to ruin things for people. Well, decent people don't want to ruin things for people. I've seen people who don't do spoiler alerts, but for the most part, people are kind of respectful. So I don't think that the industry.
Gojo May says, "Was that generation cool?"
Yes, the generation was cool.
It was pretty chill.
Yeah.
It was a pretty chill time, you know.
So I don't think that the industry is dead. I think that the industry we know it as is dying. But I don't think evolving, same thing.
Divolved.
Well, not same thing, you're right. So it's changing. It's definitely changing how you consume it, what's available. And I'm very interested to see. So you guys, you know, let us know what you guys think in the comments. You know, do you feel like it is? I mean, and ask yourself, how many movies have you been watching? The last 5 years, like how many times have you gone to the theater? Well, don't count COVID.
Yeah, I was gonna say
don't count COVID. Maybe the last 2 years.
I mean, still the same feeling. I believe it's that still like, cause people got so used to like, I'll just wait till it comes out.
Yeah.
And you know, people still are not, you know, flocking. I think maybe Star Wars stuff, like real kind of like older fan type stuff. There might be, you know, people camping out, midnight showings, this kind of stuff, you know, like, but I don't think, like, even when we went to Mission Impossible at that ridiculous movie called the 4D experience. You gotta be dumb to be there.
No. You're never going back.
No, I don't want to really go back. Okay. I mean, I'd rather just like, I mean, I'd go there to go on a ride.
Okay. Yeah. Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible?
Yes.
That we go back?
Yes.
For part 2. It just feels like we should go back for part 2 since we went there for part 1 of Dead Reckoning.
No, because there's no seatbelt. I'm too fucking uncomfortable as it is in the chair. It's not like a comfortable chair. And then you're not strapped into the chair. So you're trying to not fall out of the chair. That's not a chair I like sitting in.
Never.
No. Like, if there was like a way for me to like tune it down, but you're stuck to the 4 chairs in your row. So there's nowhere to go.
So BXNY says Aladdin 4 hit theaters December.
In December.
Jafar needs glasses.
Jafar needs glasses.
I showed him the skit. Oh, and Laura Mack says he's never not bringing that up.
Laura Mack.
The 40X. He's never not bring. You're right. He's
No,
never
I'm always gonna bring it
not
up.
going to bring it up.
Even if I just remember it for a moment, I'm just gonna be like, no, remember that time went to, where I didn't remember to not get popcorn at a movie.
Oh my! And you know what? You know what you said about people waiting. Yes, COVID messed that up too.
Yeah.
Because they were first of all they were releasing movies in theaters and on streaming the same day. I would like to have been in that marketing meeting to see how everyone agreed on that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they'll just go and they'll pay.
Yeah,
like.
And now it's like before the olden times.
Yeah,
a movie dropped in a theater. Maybe if it had a good run, 2 months, 3 months, maybe. Then it went away for a while.
Yeah,
and you didn't see it until much later when it was available on DVD.
Yeah.
Right. And then even later than that, finally on regular TV.
Yeah.
So it was a huge FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh man, you got to watch it now or else you got to wait like almost a year prior to see it again.
Yeah.
Not now. I can just wait. And for people who have Fire Sticks, they wait a few weeks, it's on the Fire Stick. So there's no incentive to go there. And that's, I don't know how movie theaters are going to.
Well, there's some movie theaters that give like a dining experience now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like you could eat like decent French fries and like a burger while you watch the movie.
But then also, but then I see people who, I guess they are like, they're in their phone while the movie's going. They're typing.
That's ridiculous.
People have had conversations. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
Why are you here then?
Yeah, what's the point of being here?
And if that's the case, maybe get like a seat all the way in the back in the corner.
Yeah, you hide yourself, hide your kids.
Yes, all of that. All of that. All right, let's see. All right, let's. Oh wait. Oh. Okay. We're coming to our favorite segment.
Word.
Yes.
I had a couple of ideas.
Tell me.
All right, Care Bears.
Oh, for the idea for the.
Yes.
Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
We didn't read the question or nothing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Look at you getting ahead of yourself. All right, guys, it's time for question of the week.
Question of the week.
Yes. Okay. All right. Now, we asked you guys, what animated movie would you like to see as a horror film?
Yes.
So we're going to read the answers from us, our listeners, our followers.
Yes.
Feel free to drop any answers in the chat. We'll get to those, and then we'll tell you what ours are.
Yes.
So here we go. Movie Boners. Says Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
And then I think they had a theory. Hold on, let me just double check that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gojo May says Mickey Mouse. Heck yeah.
They're actually working on that one. Yes.
Nice. Nice.
So, I could see that too. So I said, oh, you mean like Gaston being a raging psychopath?
Yeah.
And they said, the basic story, and the beast is even more of a beast, like a Mr. Hyde, and he can't control that he has a need to hunt and kill villagers. Gaston's an arrogant prick, but the complexity of his character is that he's also kind of right. He could gain power in the town by promising to protect them and extorting riches and even the promise of Belle's hand from her father to save her. So, Movie Boners, they gave it some thoughts.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. Movie rating and rankings says Wolfwalkers. So, that's actually an animated cartoon that came out in 2019. Brianna loves that cartoon. She watched it a bunch of times.
Okay.
It's about, I think, the colonial times, 1900s. So very, like Protestant, everything. And there's this wild girl in the woods. They didn't make friends, but she's like I guess, werewolf type of thing. Her and her family. So it's a whole thing.
Okay.
It's a good thing to watch. I think you'd like it. Was it good though? Pod says Cool World.
Oh wow, yeah. One of the first like cartoon real live action mashup type of thing. Was it
Yeah.
before Roger Rabbit
I think
or
that was after Roger Rabbit.
After
Because Roger Rabbit, I
Rabbit?
felt like it was in 1980 something.
Word.
Cool World was like in the 90s, but yes,
Mhm.
Cool World, they was
I love that movie.
like, yo, that chick was okay. She's like, I'm gonna be live by any means possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just another movie night says Fern Gully.
Yes.
The creatures of the woods fight back.
Nice.
That
That should be
smoke
made.
guy was already scary.
Yeah.
Like he was. I loved his music.
Yeah.
He had some really cool songs.
Yeah.
But he was scary.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I could see that happening.
I think we can make an AI short about that.
Oh, okay. Oh, AI short.
With AI, just make it.
So
Just give AI a prompt and say,
and they just
scary Fern Gully.
oh, just to see.
Just those 3 words, I think, would
Okay.
make it work.
Movie rec of the week says Coraline.
Okay.
Coraline already feels like a horror movie.
Isn't it already kind of a little scary? Like
It is buttons for eyes.
Yeah.
It's good and scary. So imagine how much more.
Yeah.
Imagine how much more.
Okay. Okay.
Sigmund Cinema says Aladdin.
Nice.
The crowd.
Aladdin is evil.
Well, they didn't embellish on who
Yeah.
the evil one.
Yeah.
Because maybe Jafar just takes it to another level.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
The Crafty Misfit says Monsters Inc. Sully actually eats the kids.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yes.
Dead Lights Music says the Iron Giant.
Okay.
And then he emphasizes keeping it as alien tech, but never confirming its alien origin until the end is chilling.
True.
Imagine filming it like Cloverfield.
Yes.
Now that Cloverfield was good.
Yeah.
That was a good bottle movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are dropping a lot of stuff in the chat. We're gonna get to them. Zarina says no idea. Big Brand says Doug.
Yeah.
Remember the show Doug?
Yeah.
Like Roger was kind of a butthole.
Yeah.
Lovely Lars says Trolls.
Okay.
Already sounds like a horror film. Yes. Okay.
I think they already have.
There is actually a horror film called Troll.
Yes.
Well, it's not horror. Mm-hmm. It's more like fantasy. Mm-hmm. But then they made a sequel called Trolls 2. Mm-hmm. That's actually, but they're goblins, not really trolls, and it was horrible. But I could see that. DD Movie TV page says The Lion King will be an interesting one, or Bambi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bambi. I could see Bambi getting revenge, tracking down the killer. Yeah. The hunter, that guy's mom. Yeah. I could see that. Jake Cross Film Reviews, Alice in Wonderland. That's another one that's already like right there. You know what I mean? It's already got dark elements.
Yes. Yes.
Hop, skip, and a jump. Lydia Nash official says, "Where's the Blue Clues cross crime thriller at?" The Blues Clues. Oh. It's a crime thriller. That could work.
Yeah. Yeah.
World of Horror podcast says Little Mermaid. I mean, she's a siren, right?
Yeah.
TV shows we love, Pinky and the Brain.
Oh wow.
I mean, Pinky was not Pinky, but the Brain was already like.
That was based on like 2 like writers or producers of like somewhere in Warner Brothers. I remember hearing like a little story about it, reading or seeing a little video about it.
Oh wow. Yeah. And Pinky's already like insane. Pinky's just like he's Brain's like he'll do whatever. Yeah. Horror Helvington says Scooby Doo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scooby has there's a lot of potential there. Film Stooge says Fantasia. Imagine all the different possibilities. That is correct, yo. Fantasia gets dark. Mm-hmm. Fantasia gets dark, guys. And there's no dialogue; it's just music. Yeah. But it gets pretty shifty. Cinema FBF says, thinking about 101 Dalmatians with all the dogs that become the army of Cruella and conquer the world, killing anyone or someone like this. Or something like this.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Well, Cruella didn't like the dogs, but that would be something. That would be something. So, okay. We're going to read some of you guys' answers in the chat. Yeah. Mickey Mouse, BXNY says Coraline, Encantanto. I guess from the house turns. Lion King, which is based on a Shakespeare play.
Uh-huh.
I think it's Macbeth. Cannot forget Aladdin 4.
All right.
Goji May says Bluey.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. That's the little dog cartoon.
Yes.
Moana, Brave. Oh, Brave. Yeah, maybe I like Brave better as that. Because I mean, just the cartoon, I liked her hair a lot.
Yeah.
And I like their accents and their family. But like the storyline itself, I was like, it was a little weak for me. Up, when he meets the guy who was, I guess, who went missing all those years, who had a little screw loose. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Shrek, Ants, Meet the Robinsons. Oh.
Okay.
Land Before Time.
Oh wow, Littlefoot.
Well, Land Before Time. Well, I see. Jurassic Park relates in a horror movie, but it's got scary moments. Like if you put those together and make it horror, we could do it. Yeah. All right. Oh well, it's a full conversation. Let's see. I would say Princess and the Frog, but due to her nationality, it would be a short before the film. Face blue smiling, face blue smiling, face blue smiling, face blue smiling. What is Laura Mack says Rugrats. I think that would be interesting. Smart evil babies.
Word. They have like a baby movie where the babies.
Yeah, but they were geniuses. I don't know.
Baby geniuses. That's it. Yeah.
Was there an evil baby movie?
No. I was just saying that. I was just bringing up.
Right. No. I mean, there was The Good Son, but they're not babies; they're kids. Yeah. I currently can't think of an evil baby movie, but Chip and Dale.
Yes.
Goldman says watching Brave right now.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay, so Fahad.
Yeah. So I have a couple Care Bears.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know, they all have like evil powers instead of cool powers. And then
that would be a good one.
And the Gummy Bears.
There's a show called There's a cartoon, The Gummy Bears.
Yeah, the Gummy Bears bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
We are the Gummy Bears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they drink the thing and they become like monsters or something. They drink the potion.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Gummy Bears was stolen, in my opinion, from this show called Asterix and Obelix. And it's from like a European cartoonist, and their tribe like has this magic potion that makes them super strong in battle. And one of the tribesmen, when he was a baby, he fell into the cauldron of the potion when it was being made.
Oh wow.
So he never needs the potion because he's super strong already, but when he takes it, it becomes like double strong. And then in the Gummy Bears, same kind of duo, little guy and a big guy. And the big guy fell into the cauldron when he was a kid, and he doesn't need the gummies, the berries. But when he does eat the berries, he becomes super strong. And like, so they for sure stole this from Asterix. There's like this direct similarity between the two. And
okay.
Yeah, I would recommend someone making Gummy Bears or Care Bears horror movie.
Gojo says, imagine if Jessica Rabbit was a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. She could get away with it too. Rugrats, Boss Baby. So my pick is actually going to be Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah.
I know, I went way back. That was a movie. So there were a couple of like scenes in that movie, even though it was cartoon, that were a little scary.
Yeah.
They're a little scary. Like there was a part where like there was like she's trying to, I guess, somebody stole the star. So now they can't go back and forth from Earth. So now, she's trying to, Rainbow Bright is trying to like restore. And so she's going to different planets. And there's one planet where it was like these dark masses were coming about the floor. And they were talking to her. And then they're like, but they kept saying we, and then they all came together into one, became one big mess.
Yeah.
So actually, I need to watch it. It's been a while.
Okay.
I love that movie.
All right. And then something just came to me actually also, which would be really interesting if they horrified it. It would be Felix the cat.
Oh my gosh. I
It's
forgot about
already
Felix.
It's already such a crazy world he goes into. But like imagine like if it was just even darker.
Forgot about Felix.
Felix the cat.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to get to his friend or wherever he's trying, or his world, and all these things in his way.
Feel free to for anyone who's watching this after the live, feel free to drop your answers in the live. We definitely like.
If you want to see somebody that turns movies and stuff into horror things, check out this guy on YouTube called Meat Canyon.
Oh, not just that, like stuff happening in like
even stuff just happening in current events. I would check out Meat Canyon.
Oh my, okay.
And
the one with the
exactly how
Cheetos
it's spelled.
Guy.
Yeah, the Cheetos. Oh my god. Yeah, get some Cheetos.
Yes,
get some Cheetos out of there. Put your hand in there. Get in there.
Get in there.
It ain't easy being cheesy. Oh my god. Yeah, Meat Canyon. MEAT.
Yes.
Canyon. Traditional spelling.
Yeah, and to date, one of his scary ones has still been Pinocchio.
Yeah, the Pinocchio is creepy. The Garfield one is what got me.
Oh my gosh,
into him.
Yes,
and I think I showed everyone.
Because you went in thinking Garfield is going to be the monster.
Yeah. No, that Dave or the John Arbuckle is the monster.
No, yes, but you go in thinking.
Oh yeah, you go in thinking Garfield is going to be bad. Exactly.
And it's not anything like you. Yeah.
Oh my god,
it's wild.
Check it out. Yeah, Meat Canyon. Yes. Type in Meat Canyon and Garfield and enjoy 4 minutes or 5 minutes of total insanity.
and feel free to again drop your choices, and you can even include theories and storylines of how it would be like if you chose Mickey Mouse. Right, what would he be doing? Would he just be causing a wreck? Would he team up with Goofy? What would that look like? All right, thanks guys for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to before that, check out. We have some trailer reactions.
Yes.
For the new movie Trap. It's an M. Night special.
Yeah.
I think you guys will like that. Bad Boys 4.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple more dropping next week.
Yes.
One's Transformers 1. I forget what the other one is that we checked out.
I forget what we watched.
It's the Hitman.
Yeah, the Hitman. 2 words.
Yeah, not one. All right, now for current events. All right. So NASA administrator is getting some flack because he doesn't understand why China is bothering to go to the far side of the moon that is always in the dark. And all I can think about is the Transformers movie, Dark Side of the Moon. Just saying. Okay.
I mean, I think you had flashlights. You can go dark places.
So, okay.
Vision.
So first, all right. So let me preface this with: I know that there are conspiracy theories, about whether or not we even went to the moon.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just pretend that we went to the moon. Okay. Whether you believe that or not, I'm not saying I don't believe it, but I'm saying for this conversation, let's pretend that it's real. And we went to the moon. Okay. Boom. Now, so what's happening is China. They're interested in exploring the dark side, the dark part of the moon, the part that's like almost never in light.
Yeah.
And one of the guys at NASA is like, "There's no point. Why?" And he is getting dragged on the internet for that.
Yeah, he should get dragged. He's a scientist. He should fucking enjoy knowledge. Like straight up, be like. Go there and send me a fucking selfie.
It's dark. We shouldn't go there. What? I mean,
maybe shouldn't be dragged, but maybe maybe have him reevaluate whether or not he likes science.
I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Like, first of all, do you okay? How many years ago was it? 40, 50,
Yeah.
whatever, like where it was the
Mhm.
race just to get to the moon?
Mhm.
Like it was everyone was adamant, like we
Yeah.
have to get there. We have to get there.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today,
It's like now we're like,
it's
who
dark. Who
cares?
cares?
Who cares? But
What?
this is also the article could have been written in a way where it makes you want to read it
Mm-hmm.
because there's drama.
Well, we know that drama sells
Yeah.
for sure. And if someone said that, that is definitely the headline I make in my article.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Even if it was like they just laughed
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing.
and they still care that they go, they just laughed about it. It's just like
So I hear what you're saying,
Mhm.
Fahad, and I agree that that happens. However, let me read this part to you. Nelson's comment, 'cause that's who it was,
Yeah.
Bill Nelson,
Yeah.
occurred when he testified before the House Appropriations Committee on NASA's budget for fiscal 2025. This is not out of context. He was
Yeah.
literally in front of a whole when he said this. But I
Well,
appreciate
that's
you trying to
when
give him some leeway, and
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's good.
Well,
It's wild.
I guess I mean because he's just like maybe he's also pissed off
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, where's our funding? Like you can send, guns and stuff to the Middle East, millions and millions of dollars, and then the children and the streets and the education and the healthcare
Mm-hmm.
get no monies.
Mm-hmm.
And so even NASA is like, come on, we can't even learn stuff about space. So maybe he's just also jealous that they're going. He's peanut butter and jealous that they're going to the dark side.
Well, okay, but his answer
Yes.
of having no idea
Yeah.
why China has been venturing toward the far side of the moon is surprising because China's first lunar sample gathering rover reportedly extracted a sample of helium-3 from the moon in 2020. So, helium-3,
It's very low
yes,
commodity or whatever right now.
yeah,
Hmm.
and it's an alternate source of energy
Hmm.
for
Okay.
Earth and space travel. So it's kind of like they've already brought a reason.
Hmm.
Other than curiosity, other than trying to see what's happening, they've actually brought some evidence saying, hey, this is, we found some up there, and if you
Yeah.
found this up there,
Yeah.
there might be more of it.
Yeah.
It might be worth it to explore.
Yeah.
So they even said that just a couple of trips a year would be able to supply most of Earth's with clean power if it was used effectively for this thing. So I'm not trying to turn this into, oh, you don't want China to have it and us not have it or anything.
Yeah.
But why don't we want to go for it then? Like,
I
why
mean,
don't we want to have it as well?
China could just be lying.
Okay, so with the introduction of that, let's now we've had our rational conversation. Let's move to the conspiracy theories, which is, did we go to the moon?
I don't know.
So okay, so here's my question about that, right? And I'm not saying that we didn't go. What I'm saying is, why haven't we? I remember when looking up was a thing. Being an astronaut was a thing. It was so everywhere, but now it's kind of like it's not being funded. It's not serious. So it's like, what happened that has deterred us from making it a focus? What happened? Did they go to the moon or go up there and they didn't like what they saw? Was there something that they're not telling us? Is it moonfall? Is it moonfall? Is the moon a satellite or whatever that thing was? God, that movie was something. That movie was something. Moonfall. Or just food for thought. Not trying to say, oh, that wasn't real. I just want to know, why have things changed?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
because it was like this crazy focus all those years ago. Like, oh, we got to get there. We got to get there. And it was a whole thing. We had a whole department dedicated to this. And then is the funding just like, is it just so extravagant that it's not worth it? Maybe there's just more that I don't know. So you guys feel free to drop your own theories in the chat. Let us know.
Yeah.
So maybe China's lying, and only Bill Nelson knows. I'm just saying. All right, and finally, our tech story of the night: net neutrality is back as FCC votes to regulate internet providers.
Okay.
So internet providers, IPS. All right. I remember this being a big thing. Was it back in 2016, 2015 or something, or even further back, where they wanted to kind of keep the reins on internet providers so that they can't just change speeds whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
But that requires, government sanction, government regulations, which anytime the government gets involved and wants to regulate stuff, people get a little testy about it.
Yeah.
Which, it's not unfounded. I understand. But now they're looking to restore these rules that were once lifted. They want to make sure that AT&T and Comcast and Verizon can't select who they want to speed up or slow down or block users' internet traffic. Maybe that'll help with our connection. Maybe we are currently being targeted. Maybe that's why our streaming is always so. Maybe this will help us.
No, I think the next time we record the trailer reaction, we do a stream.
Okay.
Plugged right into the camera and see if it's.
And just see what happens.
See if it's affecting.
I'm down. How much I'm down? Yeah. I could definitely do that.
Yeah. Check it out. Check out the quality.
All right. So
the quality gets.
What are you thinking about this? How do you feel about this?
About what?
The FCC.
Oh, I mean, it just seems like it's a bunch of bullshit.
Always.
So there's always a bunch of bullshit. They don't want us to be. They have anti-monopoly laws, but then these companies just monopolize customers. Probably just sit it around at a table and like, oh, we'll take these customers and you can have these customers.
The monopoly laws were actually rolled back. I don't know, sometime.
So, there you go. So it doesn't even matter.
Two presidencies ago, I think it was, which is why you saw the rise of monopolies so much. Yeah. And the thing that the internet providers have done, they've monopolized an area. Yeah. They had their own understanding. Where Comcast was like, okay, AT&T, you can have this territory. Right, yeah. We'll have this territory. So that way they were able to still they wouldn't compete with each other. Yeah. So we were the ones left out in the cold. Yeah. I don't know if this would affect it. I don't know if this would. I don't know. This is more about them, being pressured not to be selective about who gets high internet. Yeah. So I don't know if this would help us because someone said that this would the regulations could discourage people, the companies, from building high speed networks. Yeah. Because if everyone has the same, then what's the point?
Well, I mean, then it boils down to customer service. Is the customer service actually any good? Then that would be.
It would force them to be good companies.
Why I would choose a company is if the product was the same, but if their customer service was better than the other one, I'd rather have the better customer service.
So, someone against this said that this is a non-issue. I'm sorry. So, Jonathan Spalter, CEO of U.S. Telecom, he says this is a non-issue for broadband consumers who have enjoyed an open internet for decades. Yeah. Rather than pushing this harmful regulatory land grab, policymakers should keep their eyes on the real-world prize of building opportunity for everyone in a hyper-connected world.
Yeah.
So they said that their outcome of a legal challenge to the FCC's net neutrality rules could have potentially broad ramifications for other U.S. regulatory bodies, not just the FCC. So I'm guessing it's one of those things where it's like, well, if we let you have control here, or we let you do this here,
Yeah.
like giving them an inch to take a mile.
Yeah.
Like it never just ends here.
Mhm.
And I know this isn't really on the docket, but uh, you know, uh, President Biden signed the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
So it's like it's going on to the next stage about them, banning it. But the thing about it is, it wasn't just the ban. There was a whole bunch of things they snuck in with it.
Yeah.
So it's never, the problem isn't the way they get some of these laws in place or some of these things passed are kind of sneaky. So they have like these rules or this whole overarching thing where it's, okay, here's the ban, and they sneak like 15 things underneath it, and you only have like so long to like vote on things.
Yeah.
You don't have time to look at everything.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not even gonna really get into some of the other recent developments that have been happening. We'll talk offline off that because I'm not gonna get that conversation started right now. But there are those who feel like the government is there to help you. Those who feel like the government is there to control you. And those who kind of just want to be left alone, period.
Yeah.
Where do you lie?
I mean, the government, it's not made for people who are like impatient or
Right.
don't have the like ability to like deal with bureaucracy well. And I think it's purposely made up that way so a lot of people can't help themselves specifically, and that's the unfortunate part. Like there should be like a liaison you could go talk to before you walk up to a window of a thing, so that can just kind of talk to you, and like maybe the like community that you kind of grew up in, maybe you can just have someone explain to you. But the thing is, there's so many different communities.
Well,
it's just like maybe there should just be someone with like patience to just hear you first, and then they can go talk to the person at the window to just do the thing for you. And like, instead of having to go to the window yourself, maybe there could be someone that just comes and talks to you at your seat. Like I'm using like the DMV as an example.
Okay, because I was like,
like where else do we go to talk to anyone at a window for the government? Like, paying a speeding ticket or something. But no, so there's definitely issues with the government just not working properly. I don't know if this is the show to talk about all that kind of stuff.
No,
like,
and that's why I'm trying to be like general, like general overarching. I don't want to like, I'm with you. Like this is
I'd rather the government spend money on education, the healthcare, infrastructure.
Oh my goodness.
If
we start talking about education and healthcare, that is a whole different show. That's a whole nother show.
So it's just where's the money going?
Do you care about this FCC thing? Like, do you think that it'd be better if they start regulating the internet providers, or no?
It is better to regulate the internet providers, but it's just like how many internet providers are paying FCC
off
to regulate the way that they want to be regulated. So it's just like, because we made it all up anyways. We made all of this up, and then we just agree to it. So
cash was everything around us, cream.
Get the money. We just created it and made it fancier, or
all right,
or less or more. Or,
I guess
it's just whatever we say it is.
I guess I'm just at the stage in my life where I'm starting to take a lot of things with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
So it's like, it sounds nice, right? Oh, yeah, you regulate the internet providers so that they don't, go crazy. But I'm kind of like, why do you care?
Yeah.
What are you getting out of this?
Yeah.
Because it almost feels like they don't care unless they get something out of it. So my next question is, I'm not saying it's wrong or good for them to do or bad.
Yeah.
But my thing is, how are you benefiting? Because at the end of the day,
they were being throttled.
Mm.
They went over their 1,000 gigabyte cap. Kids were trying to stream 4K movies,
and it was a wrap.
And it was low quality. It's 360p.
Okay.
In that house. And the FCC is like, not today, Comcast.
Not today.
We're passing a bill.
Not
You're giving
today.
me data.
Not today. All right.
So there could be something personally being gained by the FCC.
True.
And they could be getting unthrottled high-speed internet access at their homes too.
Unthrottled high-speed internet access.
Yes.
Okay, that is going to be my new request. All right. Well, thanks for hanging in there with us, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We had a great time.
Yes.
As always, leave any comments in the chat. We will definitely get to them, and we'll see you guys next month.
Next month. We'll give you some videos in the interim.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, subscribe, like those videos, share those videos. Even one person, share it with one person.
Yeah.
Who's your good friend? Share the video with your good friend. They'll help you out. They'll watch it. That'll give us a view, and the views help us give you more stuff to watch.
Exactly.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Cyclical.
Right now, we're doing this once a month, but we would like to get to the point where we get to do this every week. It'd be fun to hang out with you guys.
Give you new information every week, information that we find out. We give you, this is like a hangout time.
Yeah.
You can just have us on. You could be cooking dinner. You could be, hopefully not reading. Maybe you're taking a bath. You're just listening to us in the background. Maybe you're using the restroom. You're watching us on your phone. Like 99.99999% of the people that have cell phones do. Except for my dad. Doesn't do that. Doesn't bring the phone in the bathroom.
Well, he's the 0.01%.
He's the one guy I heard about in my entire life. Doesn't do it.
He's the 1%er.
He's the 1.011.
0.001%.
Oh, Pop Dukes.
Oh my gosh.
Hope he's all good.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Yes. Like and subscribe.
Bye.